guys, welcome back to another episode of Two Guys, Two Mics. I'm your boy Dan.
And this is your boy Mike.
Today we have got a great episode for you. We have an episode on dating and relationships. And
Well,
what's wrong? What's wrong?
I'm just wondering, me giving dating and relationship advice. I mean, I'm not giving advice. I'm just giving you my opinion.
Honestly, sometimes it's not even about the advice, it's about the conversation that will have other people thinking about some things or other conversations that have sparked their lives.
Yeah.
And some other situations that's happening in their lives that they can relate to. So,
Like why we're single.
yeah, I'm single, and I think that makes me precariously qualified. I use the word precariously qualified to analyze other people's relationships and
Always
also
the single people
that can give the advice, right?
that try to give advice.
No, we can't analyze all of the reasons why we single and try to tell other people the things them that will work.
Beware.
Cautious. Caution. So, how's your week been?
My week feels like it was a blur. I'm trying to remember, what happened last week, and but I'm alive, so I guess it was okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. All right. We're going to go with that.
How was yours?
Mine was all right. It was a short week for some people, but I don't feel like it was short.
Yeah.
I feel like it was still a work week regardless, but we're still here and we're happy. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking,
But I guess when you start talking about dating and relationship, I guess to set the pace, right?
Yeah, true.
The question would be,
Well,
when was your last relationship?
I've been single for about 3 years now. So my last relationship was about 3 years ago. It was actually a COVID relationship.
Okay.
Hence, just like COVID, it's over. I mean, that
Funny while it lasted.
I can't say anything bad about it. Why?
You can't, or you just won't.
I just won't.
You just won't. All right, cool.
I just won't. And for you, what about you? When was the last relationship? I don't feel like you're gonna say last month.
No, definitely not. My last relationship, for real though, was, bro.
Oh my God.
We're in 2023, right? 2024.
2024.
We're in 2024. I want to say my last relationship could be between 2021 and
Oof.
2022.
So what's been happening in between? Dating?
I guess you can call it that.
And okay, so when was the last time you went on a date?
Like a proper,
Like a real date?
like put on your goating clothes and go?
Sometimes it's 2024, and after living through COVID, I don't think.
I mean,
Zoom.
Please.
Not AOL.
But okay, my last date. I want to say my last date. Jesus,
Lord God.
my entire it's just been a blur. My last date, let's say, 8 months ago.
Sorry. Sorry, guys, I'm blacking.
I'm just randomly choosing because I genuinely don't remember.
Okay, that's fair.
Do you remember?
Me? Me, I go by your date?
Boy, you would have probably know.
No, I don't remember, to be honest. I can't truly say that I remember.
Let's say 8 months.
Okay, that's fair. You could have a whole kid in that time.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
What
All
is
right.
yours?
About 2 weeks ago. That's it.
Yeah, you stay relevant.
I stay current. The streets know my name.
All right, cool. No, that's good. That's good.
I
2
mean,
weeks.
yeah. 2 weeks. About 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks.
But okay, for me, a lot of people, because again, my experience too. What do you classify dating to be? What's dating?
So my thing is, dating is when you are in the act of getting to know someone. So for me, I don't think some people are dating one person, some people are trying to date multiple people at the same time, because Okay, so you're single and you're in a dating pool. They call it a dating pool
Right.
for a reason, because you're not just gonna go on one date and know that that is the person for you. You know what
You
I
have to
mean?
try to,
You
feel
have
out
to
more than
try
one.
and feel out more than one thing
Feel out
to
more
see
than one. Okay.
what is gonna be for you or not for you. You know what works, what doesn't work,
Okay. So,
what feels good and what doesn't feel good. You know.
all right. So, essentially, because dating for me means you can. I'm using by the same word. Date
Yeah.
more than one people.
Yeah.
Right. So as you said, and I guess I also agree, dating you're getting to know this person, right? So for me, let's say even if it's three people, you go out or you make the time to be with that person during a particular time,
Right.
right? And people know dating to be whether it's going out for dinner, for drinks, bowling, whatever you choose, right? But you're locked in with this person during a particular time. It could also be a lot of people will choose to date in a group setting. That's a, that's like a,
Speed date.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you bring three of your friends, I bring three of my friends, and we're out there together. For the first time, not so ideal. I mean, I know the church believe otherwise, but you get to know more than one person, and I feel like after 2 or 3 days,
You start.
yeah, you kind of say,
You
you know what,
start saying, okay,
yeah, man, that's
not for
enough.
me. You
Yeah,
start cross off your
yeah,
list.
yeah.
You start narrow it down to one, two main person that you're
But no, there's a thing called like you're dating exclusively.
exclusively dating.
So you have people who, the day we meet, bro, that's it. It's you and I.
We're dating
Yeah, man, nobody
exclusively,
else.
but it's not yet a relationship.
No, it's not a relationship, but okay, especially the Jamaicans. First of all, I meet you today with it tomorrow.
Yeah, me never
You feel me?
understand that. Me never. I did not subscribe to that.
Like
Ever.
in our culture, well back then I think it kind of more changed because we're more Americanized, so people are buying into this
Right.
whole dating
Right.
thing.
Fair.
Before,
Yeah.
I see you on the street or a friend introduce you and we talk on the phone 2 times and we're the next week. You feel me? But it's facts. You know how much relationship me never know?
Yeah. Me not subscribe to that. I understand where you're coming from because I too have been there. So
But you
I'm
believe
like,
in it.
I do believe in dating and I believe in getting to know someone. I also believe in the premise of exclusively dating someone.
But for you, so you're dating so you're dating 4 people, getting to know 4 people. Is it a case where after a few dates,
Yeah.
so
I already know where you're going.
right?
with
You
this.
narrow down your list to
Some
two
narrow
or
down to
whatever,
two
one.
and then to one, and then it's exclusively dating
Okay, so
that
when it's
one
this
person.
one person now, then you decide that you know what, we're dating exclusively. We're
Yeah.
just gonna
Facts.
fair enough.
And then ultimately, based on the progression of that, then look towards making things more serious and official.
all them can get striked.
There we go. Because you might reach down the line and you realize like this is a major red flag. This is something that I can't overcome.
Or
So we're
I
gonna
am the red flag.
and then I mean get cut off. I mean it works both ways.
Oh, that's
It's
true. That's true,
it's
right?
two people, right? So
But yo, and we can see this across the different generations
Yeah,
because
facts.
we have
Facts.
social media dating now, and we have what dating used to be
yeah,
prior to the invention of social media.
that is
You
also
know
a
what I
thing.
mean? So, alright, maybe we never called it dating back then, but this is before social media. Right?
No, because back then people used to just say, "We're there."
Right. But if you should like kind of meds it and be like, okay, so before the whole social media, and maybe I'm gonna say maybe high school in your more mature years, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, there's this girl or whoever it is that there's an interest. What before you get to the relationship part, remember I said no, you have to go approach the person in person, you know. And you have to go do a little 2 things, maybe buy 2 chocolate, 2. These are things that you're doing in person because there's no, I can't send you a GIF, I can't send you, you know what I mean?
An emoji,
Then
can't say
you have to
little
look.
heart.
You know when Jamaican people say you have to look somebody?
So the truth is, I think this is where our dynamics differ and our experiences differ when it comes to dating. I went to a boarding school, an all-boy boarding school, and the sister school was an all-girl boarding school.
So you have to look.
So I remember us having interactions,
Right.
and then we would get pen pals, and we used to send stop. Yeah, Dessa,
It
Dessa.
was a thing.
It was a thing, and so you have the sixth formers and the fifth formers who
Right.
would go across, both girls and boys, like
Mhm.
exchange, and depending on the courses that you're studying, and you'd just send a little note, and the letter would go over in the morning time. I expect to get a letter the next
Right.
evening or the next day when them go over, because then would I get the letter during the day, read it in the night, and should I write a little one letter and
Yeah.
send back for you the next day through that little system
Hi,
there.
Dan.
So, yeah,
Soil
yeah.
and chemistry class.
I know.
The way you tie your tie.
Not the, not the tie, but kind of along that lines.
Yeah.
Or hey, can't wait to come over there during your sports day and see you. You know, I can't wait to see you in your tunic. You know, it's that kind of.
The way your highlighter highlighted my
Yes.
yesterday.
And then you. I'm sorry. What?
Like after high school, you borrowed a girl highlighter. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the best part of when them used to spray the perfume on the letter and put on the lipstick and kiss up the letter.
Not the Ophelia.
The Ophelia. They used to Ophelia the shit
Yo.
out of that letter. And the kissing on the lip. Sometimes you can't even read the letter the way the lipstick just smear the page there.
I miss those parts.
Yeah.
You know, those days you put out your little effort.
True.
Look at the person.
And you
get me?
truly get to know the person.
Because I'm not tapping or double tapping a picture and liking what you're putting on out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to go up on a stakeout. You watch them for a good 30 days.
Yeah,
You know what them order at lunchtime. You know what time they get picked up from
Facts.
school.
Facts.
So you had to put out the effort then. So for me, if I should choose pre social media versus now, back then.
Actually, yeah, more I pick back then, cause
effort then.
no dating is more like a virtual catalog.
You're just yeah man.
You just
you don't even know the person that they're not at the list because
you don't know
how
nothing
dare
about
you post this
personality.
picture. Yeah man, no.
You not even really know if them real voice them are talking when you're up on the social media or
The pimple up on them left side
on the right side. You don't know, or even if the pimple real or not, cause some people are.
They're all pimpled up.
You know,
So yeah.
them a dolly nowadays. You don't know if
Dolly dog.
they say to me.
But no, that's true. I prefer them days.
I actually prefer them
You
days,
had to,
yeah.
your A game had to be up because remember, son, you want to fight, you know.
Yeah, true. And like we talk about that and you say, I know you're alone a fight, forget it and stuff like that. Like, yeah, in a one fight, no, but the online dating world, does it really work? Like, because right now I could have people, remember, you know, back then, you only compete with people in the same geographic area
Yeah,
as
man.
you. Right now, all of them gather out there nowadays want an African prince or a prince from Dubai or
Social
whatever.
media has. One would have thought it would make the game easier because you're like, okay, I don't have to put in all this work because it's in my face.
Yes.
But bro, whatever is in your face is not necessarily true. It's just hard.
It's true.
Because everybody's putting out, and we were talking about it earlier, like why we don't normalize people putting their flaws on social media.
Yep. It's
Because
true.
All
No.
I'm seeing is the car that you rented. I'm seeing the Airbnb that you stayed at. I am seeing the one day your work bought you Starbucks. But the other days are acting.
Wow.
No shit. But I'm just saying, people have put out the best thing out there. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard.
It's
And
true.
What you see on social media, not to mention how AI put it to a whole nother level.
Oh God, the filters, the automatic filters,
Bro.
the custom made filters, the everything. You can change your voice. You can might as well what is real and what is
But
not
it work
real.
for some people, the whole online dating. Because, okay, there's so many different, what do you call them, apps or platforms and, social, what do you call it, Christian Mingle, Farmers Only,
Match.com,
Match.com, You Plus Me,
Tinder,
Tinder.
Black People Meet.
Like, There's so like
It's true.
bro.
So many. So many.
And over here in Canada, there's the same people that on everyone.
Everyone of the app them. There's no variety.
With different pictures. And on each app, them is a whole different person. You know? On the app, their name is Sasha, and on the next app, she is there Suzette.
Up on the app, them I look for completely different things.
Yes.
I want to be a stay-at-home this, and then the next one, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm like, so which?
Yeah, yo.
Who are you?
Like, which one am I meeting today? Bro, it's just, I just feel like it makes it harder. The app work for people. I know people who meet people on different online dating apps, and it's working for them.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've seen that.
It's very bad.
It hasn't worked out for me.
You're still swiping?
Still a swipe left. Because I can't write, and I think I write, but that's why.
Yo, what tired to swipe? We just delete it. We can't wanna. It's too much, man. I wanna, and I always run this joke like, I wanna put my clothes on, go somewhere, and have that social part of it, that true social interaction.
The interaction, yeah.
You feel
Because, and a lot of it is, you start these conversations, let's say on an app,
right.
and you keep it that way, and it becomes a chat in an app, and it doesn't manifest into something real.
Generally.
Yeah, and then it dies. So maybe there would have been a 1-2 good connections there,
It gets boring after a while, bro.
and that's it. So if you are not a person with an intention to try and meet someone in real life physically,
Yeah.
and you allow a chat to go too long, it becomes a chat,
Because this is a chat.
and that's it. So a lot of people don't know how to transition from a chat to a real life interaction.
Yeah, that's true. Because the chat is like, hey, good morning. Hope you have a great day today. Right. Thank you, you too. What's your favorite color?
Pink.
I used to like pink, but I don't like it anymore.
Okay. Why?
I just don't.
Okay, cool. Makes sense.
What do you do for fun?
I drive my car.
Oh, me too. Bro, and for me, there's nothing I hate like the 21 questions.
Yes.
Like, I hate
Same.
the interview dating.
Same.
You go with your 40 questions, and you want to ask all 40 in one go, and tomorrow we don't have nothing to talk about, you know. Especially, not even that. When you actually meet this person in person, you'd have already gone through
The exhaustive.
You feel me? And this is why, for me, it will play out in the conversation. I
That
don't
is
need
true.
to ask you, and I don't need to ask you the 21 questions, because if I intend to get to know you, it will come up.
Yeah.
So it's not a case where I'm not going to put the effort to know, but I don't need to ask you within the first 15 minutes and know everything about you within the first. Because, bro, there are people who are married for 40 years and they don't know everything about their partner.
Exactly. And it's not from a lack of, what do you call it
Like
now?
interest
Non-interest.
or right.
It's not from a lack of interest. It's just from things being organic.
Yeah, make it
And
genuine.
I'm more of an organic person. I like letting things happen
Yeah.
how they should happen,
Facts.
and learn about you in a way where I feel like it surprises me every day to learn something new about you, rather than, oh my god, I have a checklist and I need you to tell me everything that's on my checklist before I even figure it out.
I'm happy you mentioned a checklist. So when you're dating somebody, first of all, I'm not saying that people should not have their standards. Cool. But a lot of us, and I say us because that's me, to this day, we approach this thing with checklists. We have 112 things. You see me?
Okay.
And you have to, in your mind, you're like, whoever I'm dating or getting to know, yeah man, I need to get this 112 things that I have on my list. Do you believe in approaching a dating or relationship situation with your list and expecting that all the items on your list will be ticked off?
When I was younger, yes. I'm now in my 30s, and I feel like dating is more about give and take. You can't be so close-minded going into a dating situation.
Right.
You have your non-negotiables that you're going into
You
it
must
with.
have a job.
I wouldn't say must have a job,
Yeah, man,
because
must have a job.
no.
You have to work.
The thing is, somebody could be driven and they could have a track record where
Driven
they
for?
are. No, let me finish. So somebody could be driven, they have a track record of working, and they lost their job 2 weeks ago. This doesn't mean they're gonna stay unemployed. This doesn't mean they're not qualified to look for a job, and they're also not actively seeking new employment to
Yeah, so
replace
we
that.
can wait until you have that job.
No, no. For me, there's a difference. It doesn't mean that I can't date you. Will it prevent me from going forward into being a relationship if we're dating for 3 months now and I realize that your situation has not
Based on what you're
changed?
saying, so what if it's actually taking this person, they're actively out there trying to find a job and it's taking them 3, 4, 5 months?
Well, during COVID, I lost my job for 6 months, and if someone had looked at me and said, "Oh, you aren't working,"
You're a liability. Yeah, this point.
I don't know how I would feel about that. And I I'm just saying, because I've been somebody. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a
Not sure I
workaholic.
understand. So because initially you said, so having a job is not given the situation,
Yeah.
right? And you're saying, but you then say if it's like 3 months in and you're still in the same situation, it may affect moving on from dating to a relationship.
Yes, it will.
So, but why is it not a problem in the first place? But if it's genuinely taking this person 3 months, 4 months, and you can see that you're actively trying to find a job, why, based on your approach in the first place?
Because when it transitions to a relationship, then there are certain responsibilities that I will
Come
not
with
have
a
to
job.
assume.
Come with it.
No, but do you see what I'm saying?
Not really.
What do you mean by not really?
Because if it's not going to affect it in the first place, because you chose to be understanding, you should also choose to be understanding if the person is
Exactly.
actively trying.
And that is
but
me
it just
being
taking
under,
longer.
and that is me being understanding for 3 months, 3 to
But-
6 months.
But
No.
no, because if you see the person out there day in, day out, grinding, trying to find this job, and we know it's actually a situation where this person might be sending applications, doing interviews even, and just can't get a job they're doing everything that they can do on their part.
I don't know what them I bring to the interview room. I'm not in the interview room
Probably
with them.
come with a job.
No, me still disagree, but let's
Come with a
agree
job.
to disagree.
You can't agree up to 50%, and then they will say, 3 months? No, man. Every time I'm happy, no, man.
This is where because dating is not a relationship. So the fact that dating is not a relationship, it's different. Dating means I'm getting to know you, and as I
But you're
said,
getting to know them, bro.
no, and that's fine. And as I said before, I have non-negotiables. So when it comes to me being in a relationship, it's different from
You
me
have to have
dating
the job
someone.
for the to qualify for the relationship.
Yes.
But you
Dating-
can come broke.
You can be broke for a date, but you cannot be broke for a relationship.
Come with the work.
Agree to disagree.
And don't come tell me that the work is coming. Come with the work.
Yeah, well, that part, no.
Yeah, man. So I would say.
Speaking of that, because I know that sometimes these little things, you see something, it looks fine, it looks good on paper, but it's not that in reality.
Right.
And then in actuality, you go on a date and it's completely tragic. Do you have any horror stories?
Yep. Listen. Okay. How much time we have?
No, please make it concise.
Yes.
Truncate the story.
Who don't have horror? Everybody must have a horror story.
I have no horror story.
You never go up on a date and realize the person who you thought you were going on a date with is not the person that showed up on the date?
No.
I'm talking physically. Let's start there. Because the people who meet the people on the app have the picture of them from before COVID, and you don't look so now, you figure down.
20 years ago. When did you take that
You
picture?
forgot
20
that.
years ago?
The picture where you, and this is not me body shaming, but the picture that you posted, you know you don't look so anymore. You need to update your picture. Because the person who I'm expecting to meet is not the person I'm meeting. Not body shaming.
That has happened to me. But to be honest,
So you escape the situation, because imagine you turn up and the picture where you see on the app 120 pounds. Yeah? And you
honestly,
show up and he's a 5'10".
that has only happened to me in terms of differences twice. The first time it happened, I didn't know how to really approach it, so I sat and I had a drink and then I was like, I left. The second time that it happened to me, I didn't even bother to sit down.
How you leave?
I just turned around and walked away. And I'm not joking, I'm 100% serious.
You're just walking to the person, just zoops back out.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
have to go down for that.
What do you mean by me forgot for that? That is not the person that I was supposed to meet.
Well, you know what? Thankfully, we have a we call it a safe word now. So
Not the safe word.
yeah, man. So if I show up somewhere and we text you, I'm gonna go say boom bang. Boom bang is not the safe word.
But there we go. We're not gonna tell them know what the safe word is. Then it
Yeah.
defeats the purpose of the safe word.
You know, protocols tricky. But from the next horror story, have you ever been a what do you call it? Have you ever been a trial?
A trial? No,
Do you know what I mean by being a trial?
no. That's why I said no, because I have no idea.
Yeah. Someone never try you and put you back.
What you mean by try me? No.
Bro,
You know, say your life is a movie. Nobody never do that yet.
somebody never test you out and put up and decide say, nah, yeah.
Oh no.
Whether they're trying you out because of your stature, your build, or they're trying you out because of your race.
Oh.
Or yeah. You never get try and put back yet?
The noir. The noir. I can't lie.
But I'm girl on it. I get try and put back.
I've been there.
But it hurt.
I've gotten tried.
And you know yourself.
Oof.
Dirty people. Imagine, you know, and always have another time in your life where you decide and say, you know, this is a time I'm going to take things serious. I'm going to try to settle down. I'm going to, and you actively out there try and deal, and you try there and put me back. Not even on the front of the shelf, you put me mirror in the back. And then imagine me show up somewhere and see you. You know yourself. Yeah, go down for that.
When you meet the person in one public place and then you can't answer the person now, so you have to change up your whole routine and your whole life to make it work.
It's all good though. It's all love.
No, it wasn't love. And that's the problem.
I
It
forgive
was
you.
not love.
I forgive you.
Look into the camera and tell the camera.
I forgive you.
But they'll not forgive you back.
What's karma?
Karma is probably reaching to them right now.
Alright. But well, after dating, because you go on your date and you meet this person, right? And let's say put it at a actually, when do you decide that okay, babe, I think we have dated enough. We're now going to move on to another classification, which is a relationship. At what point?
So for me, there's no timeline per se, because there's no
It can be 2 weeks.
2 weeks is too soon, but there's no timeline, maximum timeline for me
Okay.
on when there should
The
be a
transition.
next step from a transition into a dating into a relationship. For my last relationship, it took 6 months before I got to the place where I wanted to be in a relationship, where I thought that it could make sense and I could see a possible future. Both people are happy right now. Not together.
Are you happy?
Maybe one more than the other, but both people are happy right
And
now.
how does that make you feel?
I'm accomplished. There's a difference between happiness and accomplishment. Me, as for me and my house, we're accomplished.
Since you and them left,
Accomplished.
your skin just like glow.
Maybe not mine, but my other accomplishments are speaking for themselves.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
For them skin a glow though.
Bad.
It a glow so much that it greasy. It shine.
Sound like your regrets.
Me?
Regrets and mistakes.
Me not gonna regret my accomplishments. Nope.
Alright, for me, alright. And I'm going to use an example. So, as I said, using my Jamaican culture.
Mm-hmm.
So back then, you'd have seen the person
Yeah.
and hung out a few times.
Yeah.
And then, like a matter of about 4 weeks, you're now in a relationship, right?
No.
So for me,
Not
you can say a
right.
few weeks. I'm using, so this would have been back then,
But no.
right?
No.
Now I have had a situation where, when I say no, I mean more recent.
Okay.
I've had a situation where I dated for 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this was me actively
Trying.
trying to, break that, what do you call it? That pattern that I had
The
before.
cycle.
The cycle of seeing, believing, and relationshiping. Right? So for me, I was actively now saying seeing, dating, getting to know for the 6 months.
Right. Okay.
And I did that for the 6 months, and then afterwards, I a part of me felt I should have known before 6 months that whether it makes sense for me to invest in this or not, or just call it quits. But I was just hoping like things would change.
Mm-hmm.
It did.
You see, for me, that's why I said it's not necessarily about
Time.
It's about the feeling. In order for me, and I'm not a quick person when it comes to the initial stages of the relationship.
Right.
I am not an emotional person when it comes to the initial stages of the relationship. I can be a yamid after that point and become emotionally invested in the relationship.
Emotionally young. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah, right. That's so. However, for me, I have to get to the point where I feel a certain type of way. Like, I yearn to message you, I yearn to see you. I don't get butterflies.
But
Never have.
been in love then?
I have been, but I'm not about.
Have you ever been?
No. No.
You can touch the moonlight.
No, bro.
You never had the butterfly feelings?
Not really. Unless like we're gonna break up, then start feel like maybe a worm.
You don't feel the wrong thing.
No, but like I don't miss people easily. So when it gets to the point where I feel like I miss you, like I really want to see you, and missing you is starting to become more frequent,
Right.
then
Do you pull back or do you still continue investing? Because a lot of people we're afraid of emotion to this.
no,
So feel
I will continue investing if all the other things make sense.
No, but we're not talking about. At this point, we're saying.
Oh, past. Okay, yeah,
So,
yeah.
because
So I'll keep going forward. I'll lean into
Yeah,
it,
man.
considering where you say we are at.
Yeah, the side of us where we're missing, or like I want to see you. Yes, I saw you.
But
yesterday,
fear.
I don't care. But then me, I must say, yo, hey, do you want to grab coffee today? It's like you don't want to seem weak. You don't want to express that you miss.
The people them who you ever watch that movie and the people them who truly like them type the first thing what them feel and then them delete and then them delete again.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not one of those persons. I am more I'm on the direct.
Would you say you wear your emotions on your sleeves?
No.
Yep, you're fired.
That's all.
Right. Yeah, right.
On my forehead is where I wear those emotions.
Not necessarily a good place to wear it. Still,
Nope.
but-
Nope. Because if me annoyed in a relationship, it not necessarily a go show how my forehead, but it might show it on my actions. And I feel like that is never a good.
But how do you prevent you from being annoyed? So, because we know relationship can go AY at any point in time. So meaning, yeah, because remember in the initial phase, it's all dandy, right? And I strongly believe in multiple selves. I believe we all have different selves. And the self that let me not say, the self that people tend to portray in this initial dating phase is not the true self. My belief.
That for me, I've seen different versions of
Because
myself.
I can't tie my shoes this. But not tell some I can't tie my shoes this in the first 6 months.
Why?
Not even the 6 months. The first 4 weeks.
That means
It's one day we have a road and your shoes lace. I pull on me and you ask me for tie it, and then.
But the relationship, if this is it, would you intentionally like hold it back versus it just not being something that was discussed?
No, so
There's a difference because going
Yeah.
into the conversation or whatever in the dating situation or the relationship situation, and the conversation comes up and you say one thing, but then the reality is a different thing, versus it has never come up before and you've not led with that
No.